What's going on, guys? It's Danny from Slow Restoration, and today we're gonna do something. I'm showing you this because it's a truck we got in, and I'm just gonna do a couple little things and turn it. It's a good starter truck for someone, but I have enough projects. As you can see, we have a different bed on it. I had this bed sitting around, which leads us to, I pulled that bed off, was looking for a good place to sit it. It's actually a really nice clean bed. Thought maybe a good idea to set it would, thought maybe a good place to sit it out of the way and undamaged would be on top of the Bronco. So we did, and as you can see, it fits pretty nice, except, and you all know what's gonna, I'm getting ready to show you, but yeah, it popped the window on this side. So this corner of the bed caught that window and popped it. So I'm standing here looking at it, and something I was thinking about doing to the Bronco all along is cutting the roof off on the back half. So now one of the windows is missing. Perfect time to do it. I'm not gonna buy a window to put back in it. Yeah, just the Bronco is not worth it to me. It does still run and drive. Probably a pretty dumb thing to set the bed up there, but it did keep it up out of the way and safe until now. Unfortunately, like I said, did pop that window, but no big deal. Now we can have some more fun with the Bronco. I think it's going to look pretty neat. Ford really should have made a removable top on these, in my opinion. Would have been a really cool option to have, but doesn't stop us from doing it now. So let's get this bed lifted back off. I got the straps re-rigged on it. We'll get it up off. Hopefully it doesn't break that other glass because it's kind of a mess to clean up. If it does, it does. If not, we're going to probably take a razor blade. This green here is actually the rubber gasket that holds the window in. I don't think it's glued in now. It's just the rubber gasket. So if we cut that window should pop right out. Let's get the bed off and see what we can do here. Alright, let's see how this works. Really hoping it doesn't pop out their glass, but like I said, if it does, it does. I might actually back up and turn the wheel, try and get some of the pressure off. Alright, so I was able to get it there. We'll back up here a little bit and get this thing dropped down before it falls. Idea, I think. It looks like it would fit perfectly, except as you can see, the top of that roof, actually the back glass actually wraps around part of the roof, and that's where it got it. But anyway, now we get to have some fun. Now we have this bed off the top of the Bronco. We'll just do a quick walk around. It's actually a really clean bed. It's got a couple light scratches with some like light dents, but the inside of the wheel wells are rust free. No, not even bulging anywhere. It's actually in extremely good shape. This was a 97, so it did have the extensions for the bumper, so we'll have to fill in these welds or the holes with some weld. On this side, the rails are actually really good shape too. Needs pressure washed. Does have a little wobble right here, if you can see that or not. Other than that, like I said, it's a pretty clean bed, especially for S10s. They usually have rust around the wheel wells, and the one we have that this is going to replace has actually got a little bit of rust in the wheel well, so I think this is probably a better option. So we have it. We need to store it for right now. Hopefully we can get to this really soon. This is actually going to be for the LS Extreme project, I do believe. I really want to get back onto that and get it painted because it's been way too long, and still anxious to get that thing done. But like I said, nice clean bed. But now back to the Bronco. Back here to the Bronco, as you can see, we did actually hit the glass, but it did not bust, which is good. I think I'm gonna grab my razor blade and cut this rubber around, and that glass should pull right out, and then we'll have a, I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I'm sure there's no one looking for a Bronco II side glass, but you never know. We're working against the sun here a little bit, but as you can see, I think we're just going to kind of follow these factory lines. Once we get this rubber piece out too, I think we might leave this little pillar here, cut right through here and just cut straight back off the back. I really think you could do this and plate this and make this a bolt-on top again. I'm not worried about that, but if you had a nice Bronco II that you were trying to do this to, I think it's a very doable thing. And then of course we're going to cut through there right across the top and then down on the other side. So these doors obviously have a frame on them. Got stink bugs everywhere. So we will still have a roof over the front part. The whole back will be open. I think it'll be pretty cool. It does have a sort of kind of roll cage back here. It's a little shaky, floppy, but we might be able to beef that up a little bit and make it a little safer. But kind of refresh this Bronco project. It does still run and drive. Let's actually, I couldn't even get in with the bed sitting on top because it was blocking the door. Let's see if this thing will actually fire up. Battery's still hot. I can hear the fuel pump. See if we have enough juice to make it run. Oh, I guess not. So we need to wiggle the cables around a little bit. Seem to have lost connection. Stay tuned. Take two. Fuel pump's on again. Oh yeah. There we go, she's live. It's fall of the year and I'm pulling these trim panels off, and most of them are metal. These side ones are plastic, but look at all these stink bugs. It's kind of disgusting. They are covered in there. They're just everywhere, flying out everywhere. I'm sure this side is, this side's not as bad. A couple in there, but pretty disgusting. I do see this rubber piece here from this side is actually bolted in, as you can see there. So that rubber seal bolts in. It's not like the old ones where it just goes over top of a channel. So after making a couple of strategically placed cuts on this trim piece, we found out there was only two of the nuts that on the studs that actually hold this window in on this side, and they're right in this corner. So that lifted right out, surprisingly easy. It's got a sealing strip here and just little studs to stick through with small nuts that go all the way around the perimeter. So it's looking better already, or worse, whatever you think, whatever your opinion is. But we're going to start making cuts, and again, I think I'm going to stay with this body line here and just kind of go right up. My only issue is I don't want to tear a lot off. See how easy these roof rail strips are to get off, but they're right in my cut line. So if I can cut through them, I will. Make a nice semi-straight cut across there, and again follow right here, just cut straight through. We'll leave the hatch on, we'll get the tractor and should be able to lift that whole roof section right up off this, and we'll see how it looks after that. I think it's gonna look awesome. Start pulling this headliner down. Again, we're not worried about saving it. It's pretty dry anyway. You can hear it cracking. And that's a good idea if you're going to do this, because there is a support that stops right here. So if we stay behind that support, which is just behind where I wanted to cut, we should be able to clean that up and make it look as good as it could look. And of course there's some kind of a nest up there. I should have expected that, I guess, but let's keep going. So if you're doing this, and I know this is something every Bronco II owner in the history of Bronco IIs has thought about, is wouldn't it be cool if the top came off? And that's what we're doing. This is a 9mm for these small nuts that hold this in. We're just going to undo them so we can get this whole piece of rubber out and the broken glass, so we don't have to worry about getting cut anymore. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll fire up the Sawzall. I think we're going to use Sawzall. I have another saw too. We may end up using the other saw. Let me get this out and I'll decide as I'm doing that. I think this will do it. It's a steel concrete saw. Well, it's a saw, and we have our metal cutting blade on here, our metal disc. Choke it. Oh, look at that. cut made there. We did have to do a relief cut because this thing has a lot of tension in the body. We do have a low tire. You can see how it's kind of twisted there, but with that relief cut now, we should be good to cut the rest of this. There's no glass in it, so should be good to go. All right, guys, come on, you know the safety first. Put your safety glasses on. Started making our cuts here. Kind of straight up from there is perfect. It goes right behind that. We did the same thing on that side, so if we step up on this tire, we have our perfect line. There it is, boys and girls. Cut clean through. Hopefully you saw a nice clear shot of that cut. We did get a little bit crooked. This luggage rack was holding me up on from cutting straight, but we'll address that once we get this off and out of our way. We can see and we can cut it right against that support there. But as you can see, we're teetering. We're free. All we gotta do is lift this off. Hopefully these rails are strong enough. We got the roof a little bit, let's back up. There we go. Should be a straight up, yep. It's coming off. And there it is with the top off. This is what I guarantee every Bronco II owner in the history of Bronco IIs has wondered what their Bronco. Let's get some air in this tire, get some air in that airbag. We'll back this out and give it a better side profile view. Like I said, we will be able to clean this up a little bit, and right now it's a little floppy. We could always bend that down and tack that to that brace, and I think that would work really, really well. And while we're at it, we probably should put some welds on that roll bar, roll cage, whatever, because you couldn't see that with the window there, but they didn't weld that at all. They actually did a really nice notch. They just never welded it. So interesting. That's more appropriate. Now let's jump in and get this thing moved out. Oh yeah, open air. Flip these sun visors back around. We still got a little piece of headliner we got to get rid of, and let's take it up here. I don't know, I might want to get rid of the whole thing. We'll start there and see how it goes. Let's get this thing moved out of its grave here. And there we go, guys. The sun is really stupid bright here right now. It's getting ready to set, but that's the side profile these things should have. I think we might tune it up a little bit more. We might end up, I don't know how much I want to go into that, but you really could either hammer this lip over and make that flat, and then address this a little bit, maybe round that off, put a flat plate on there so there's no sharp edges and get some strength back. And same way with the roof, you could plate there, roll it under, or do something. You could definitely dress this up quite a bit, but I think I like it. We might have to do some more off-roading in the Bronco too. Sun went down a little bit, so it's not so bright, but what do you guys think? Did we ruin it? Did we perfect it? I think we perfected it myself. I think it looks much better, but we probably need to drag the pressure washer out, clean this thing up a little bit, because you can't even see out of the windshield really, especially with that sun blaring. So stay tuned, and more to come on the Bronco II. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.